Once a sailboat leaves the California coast, headed for Hawaii, there is no roads, no Coast Guard, and no rescue. You are in the middle of the ocean. Even for non-sailors, this is relevant because this is an example of universal human experience, preparation, meeting uncertainty in a very high-stakes situation. I've spent years sailing up and down the Pacific coast, and I have been following the Transpac for years as well. I plan on participating in the 2027 Transpac. Through this speech, I will inform you of the history of the Transpac race. We'll touch on the early history and the origins of the Transpac, incidents that led to safety reform, and the modern race, including a first female winner. To understand what the Transpac represents today, we must first look at how it began. The Transpac yacht race began in 1906. It was a test of the sailors' seamanship and endurance across the Pacific Ocean. Sailors departed from California and raced to Hawaii with no GPS, no satellite weather forecasts, and no outside assistance. According to the Trans-Pacific Yacht Club's official website, no date or author provided, early competitors relied on celestial navigation, dead reckoning, and personal experience to cross more than 2,000 miles of open ocean. These early races helped establish the core values of offshore racing: self-reliance, preparation, and respect for nature. Simply finishing the race was considered a success. While the early Transpac celebrated independence and adventure, secondly, we will discuss the price some sailors paid for attempting such a voyage. Throughout the history of the Transpac, through the history of the Transpac, there has not been any fatalities. There have been many near-fatal incidents. And although these incidents are from experienced sailors, nothing can prepare them for some of these conditions that they are facing. According to Alman Lockerbie, a journalist of the LA Times, in an article published in 1989 during the 35th Transpac, the yacht Medicine Man ran into a reef just 200 yards from the finish line in Hawaii. Although there were no fatalities, incidents such as these have changed the safety standards, and long-distance racing has made many changes, including mandatory safety training, stronger lifelines, and emergency communication systems being required. Although these incidents reshaped this race, they set the stage for the modern Transpac. We will next discuss the current state of the Transpac. Today, the Transpac yacht race represents a balance between tradition and progress. Sailors now use satellite communication, advanced weather routing, and emergency tracking systems. Yet the challenge remains as being one of the most in offshore racing out there. In 2025, we reached a historic milestone when Allie Bell became the first woman in history to win the overall Transpac in her classic Cal 40 sailboat. According to the official Trans-Pacific Yacht Club website, in 2025, Allie Bell and her crew posted the fastest corrected time in the official woman skipper team race's history. What made this victory especially significant is that it combined modern preparation with an older, proven boat design. The boat that she won this race in was from 1965. Her win challenged assumptions about who wins offshore races and what kind of boats are competitive. Traditionally, this is a rich white man sport, and she was able to complete it being a woman, not only participant, but skipper on her own boat, which is challenging the norms of the modern race boats by racing on a 55-year-old boat, a 60-year-old boat. More importantly, it represents a broader cultural shift in offshore sailing, one that values skill, seamanship, and preparation over traditional stereotypes alone. In conclusion, we've explored where the Transpac started, what it has endured, and what it represents today. We can understand that the Trans-Pacific Yacht Race has evolved from a daring early challenge through many incidents into a modern and more inclusive sport. I've discussed the early history of the race, the incidents that reshaped the safety standards, and the modern Trans-Pac highlighted by Ali Bell's 2025 victory. The Trans-Pac illustrates how offshore yacht racing has developed over time through early challenges, safety reforms, and modern competition.